Hello everybody, Princess the Bear here, and we're at Magic Kingdom to start for this year's tree video, annual tree video.
Done this every year.
For us to you.
If you have not seen it, go watch all of our other videos because you're in for a treat.
Yes, this is where we go around, we get every tree at every resort, every major tree at every resort for you, from us to your family.
Yes, so happy holidays. We love each and every one of you. Thank you so much for subscribing and being part of the Princess and the Bear community.
You heard the girl.
Be sure to eat plants.
You don't have to eat plants, it's Christmas.
Have a happy holidays. Even if you're by yourself, enjoy yourself. Have a drink.
It's that time of year again. Trees at Magic Kingdom.
It's so magical, day or night. Doesn't matter.
You feel like a present under this tree, like you're its present.
And there's all these like little gingerbread cookies and things. You got the rocking horse. It's very like classic Christmas tree.
I want that horse. This tree always seems to have a hella line at it. I mean, it's the biggest tree on property. It's the most fancy tree on property. Everybody wants a photo with this thing.
You usually get to see it with Snope when you go to the Christmas party.
Yes, it's been a severe lack of Snope in our lives the past couple of years, and I think it's time for an overdose.
Maybe next year we'll go to a Christmas party.
If the price goes down, it probably won't.
Like this video if you want us to go to a Christmas party.
Stuffiest tree on property definitely goes to Gran Floridian.
I like the Grand Floridian because it's a representation of the 12 days of Christmas.
So it has a little sign for every day in that song. And you have like the gingerbread house that's like right next to it. It's very Christmas chic.
I like that it's got like the little bird cages in it too. So all of the decorations, including the story, really kind of take little pieces of things that you see around the Grand Floridian and are represented in the tree. So there's your little bird cage. You got these like patterns and design. These are all colors and things that you see all around the resort.
If you want a game, definitely try to find one of each sign. It's definitely like a little search game, trying to find every single one. Each one of them is different and unique.
For the 12 days of Christmas?
Yes.
Yeah, when we looked for it, we had a hard time finding a couple of them. It seemed like there's more of some numbers than there are of others.
Most definitely. I do like the massive size of this tree because it's so big that you can literally stand on one side or the other and not be in somebody's photo.
That's true. And then you have this beautiful gingerbread house. This is the one that everybody usually goes to when they want to go look at the resort trees. It's the most popular, but it's not like the greatest one of them all.
Definitely not, but they can actually walk inside this one, which I guess makes it somewhat unique.
Yeah, and they do sell little treats. There are vegan, gluten-free, and all of those other kind of little snacky things that you can buy. Gingerbread. They sell actual pieces of the gingerbread, pieces of the roof you can buy.
I think we did a taste test of one of the treats you can get here a couple years ago.
We did the Thin Mints and the gingerbread, which is still available and still Aaron McKenna dessert. So we'll put a link to that in the description box because it's still relevant.
I love this tree. So many details in this tree. You could stand here for a good hour and like look at all the detail and the work they put in this thing. Little 50th sign. Like this is definitely like a work of art on like a human size scale.
It took them many, many, many days to put this together.
Yeah, this doesn't go up as fast as the tree does, but like it's still up pretty quickly.
Yeah, it's probably one of the first few like large pieces outside of the trees that usually gets built. It gets a lot of exposure because it's so popular. Plus, who wouldn't want to go to the Grand Floridian? Look how beautiful this hotel is.
Me. Gran Floridian is like my least favorite tree.
Polynesian Resort.
Yes, this resort deserves a bigger tree.
I really don't understand why they have such small trees at this hotel. I know it's like a smaller hotel, but the trees seem a little small, though tropical.
In my opinion, they should ditch the tiki statue in December, and this tree should literally go to the ceiling. Like, you have 2 stories, like, it should at least be a story and a half.
Or don't ditch the tiki statue and incorporate it as part of the tree design. That would be really cool.
It would. Instead, you get like this little tiny tree tucked over by like the kids' TV area in the lobby. It's a pretty tree. It's just, I feel as if it's underrepresented.
It is too small. I agree with the size, but I think the decoration is on point. It's very, very beautiful.
Very, very tropical and islandy. You definitely feel like it's a tree of its own. Little pineapples and everything hidden in it. The tropical flowers. You have like some little statues of fish in there. You definitely know with the orienting that that's the Polynesian tree. You can't mistake it for any other tree on property.
No, you can't. It definitely gives you that tropical vibe, I feel.
I like how most of the lights are hidden away inside the tree, so it kind of
Yeah.
like glows, sort of like a bioluminescence.
Very shiny.
Princess understands.
And then the other smaller trees are decorated a little bit differently around the hotel, but they're still very representative of the islands, which is cool.
It's like a themed set. A little starfish made from like handmade materials and little like purple and orange leaves, the yellows. It all blends together quite nice. It doesn't scream Christmas, but it definitely screams Polynesian.
I was hoping there would be more Moana in it since this is a Moana-ish hotel now.
It deserves an upgrade as far as that tree.
I agree.
Definitely. Move it outside. And here's the contemporary tree. This tree also needs an upgrade. This hotel is getting a complete renovation. This tree has not changed in years. Now it's unique and it's almost as tall as the Magic Kingdom tree, but it's just a bunch of bright bulbs. But hey, if you get the time and you want to, watching the fireworks standing next to this tree is about as festive as you're going to get.
It is really nice, especially if you're not going to the Christmas party. You can make your own little Christmas party next to this tree watching the show.
And they play the music so loud from the California Grill on the top that you can hear the music while you're standing out here. And it's not deafening this time either.
Yeah, it's not as loud. And these, you can't really tell, but these ornaments are larger than your hand.
Yeah, bigger than even my head.
But it's still really nice. I don't really feel like it's contemporary.
I just feel like its age is showing because, like, if you get too close to the tree, the illusion sort of falls apart. You can see, like, the beams and the bolts
true.
and stuff, and like it needs like either a good fluffing or some replacements.
Last year, the beams were fully exposed, which if you check out the link for that video, we'll show you.
And they don't really match the trees that are inside. They're like almost completely different theme.
Which is still the same trees from last year. There's no Incredibles incorporation or like 1971 corporation or anything like that.
It's a fancy tree. It feels, I guess, Christmas contemporary, but...
Now, my favorite, our second favorite tree, I'm going to say, is Wilderness Lodge.
Yes. Now this is a tree. This tree covers almost, 4 or 5 floors of the Wilderness Lodge.
It fills the whole lobby.
This thing is massive. And it looks like it just belongs there year long. With the teepees and everything else in the tree. There's buffalo wood carvings in there.
There's like moose antlers and stuff.
And like the best part is like if you're on like one of the upper floors of the main building, like there's chairs in the middle of every floor. You can just sit with like a cocoa that you can get downstairs and just like stare at this tree. People watch.
Yeah, that's really nice.
The owls.
Unfortunately, Wildy Lodge does not have the gingerbread house this year. However, they do still sell the gingerbread and a pop-up bar with specialty drinks where you can add an extra shot of Fireball or Bailey's, neither of which are vegan.
This tree definitely gives me like the best Christmas vibes, even with like the teepees and everything in it, because like this is a complete scene. You walk in the lobby, there's this massive Christmas tree, there's a huge fireplace with rocking chairs, you have like a family dinner going on in Whispering Canyon, and then behind that you have like a little store with chocolates and hot cocoa, and then behind that you have like a little like bubbling fountain like running to the water outside. Like this is cabin Christmas vibes as best you're going to get on property.
It's very relaxing.
Yes. This is definitely the tree that I just want to hang out next to with some friends and hot cocoa. Like I said, anywhere you can see that this is one of the viewing spots where the chairs are. Perfect view. Want to be the crowds, you can just chill, with friends. 4 chairs up there.
I really find this resort to be one of the more relaxing ones just because you have the sound of the running water and you feel like you're really like in the foresty, like the bears are here.
Usually there used to be like bear carvings in the back corner.
Bear carvings. There used to be not last year, the year before, they had that gingerbread log cabin, which was by far my favorite. They had bears all over it too. No, I'm sad we didn't get a log cabin this year, but hopefully next year we'll get something cool.
These are some trees. They have a little reef above the fireplace. One of these days, we will actually stay at this hotel. I'll let the person stay at this hotel. Like I have any choice in the matter.
You do have a choice.
I have some choice. But this is definitely like, if we were going to be regular resort people, say we didn't live in Florida, I could see staying here regularly. For wilderness, getting this tree is an absolute trek.
It does take a long time because you do have to either take a boat or you need to be staying on property here at this specific resort. It's hard to get from any other resort unless you're taking a bus or a boat.
But you do have Crockett's Tavern right next door, so if you want to get a drink and chill out around the tree. It's bigger this year, which was weird. I wasn't expecting to get any bigger, and they put a bunch of picnic tables beneath it, so like getting close to this tree is not all that hard now.
Yeah, it used to have like a fencing around it, so you couldn't actually get up close and personal, but now you can, which is nice.
At Disney, if you think it's going to make up for the fact that you took Hoopty away, it's not.
I do always love the huge wagon wheels that they put in this tree. That's like one of my favorite decorations. And the little cowboy boots with those spurs that like actually turn.
Then you get the rocking horsey and the lanterns. Like this feels like a western wilderness sort of tree. It accomplished that. You have like a little light in the lanterns. It's a nice little touch. It works well.
It definitely gives me that Fort Wilderness vibe with like a mix of like that and Thunder Mountain. Like it's just all western for me, which I absolutely love.
Yeah, this is like one of those things where like you bring the kids on the golf cart and circle around the tree, and like it has some of the best decorations of any resort. Like the people join in. You have different people decorating their RVs and their golf carts and playing music at night. And if you're lucky, you even may see a horse ride, like a little horsey carriage.
They also do golf cart parades for Halloween and Christmas time, so you might even catch a golf parade where people decorate their golf carts. They also decorate their camping areas, so if you walk around the campgrounds, you're going to see things like this, where people have just fully decked out their entire camping area.
Yeah, super elaborate scenes. Like they had tons of like Olafs and Mickey flagpole, and this thing looked like it could power a small house.
We were actually discussing like how much power would it take to run all of these for however long these people were here running this, a week. It'd be a lot.
Whole thing. Like, look at the castle. Like literally, like it's got like a frozen like snowflake vibe going on, and
there's like 2 rows of floats. It might look like there's one, but they're like double layered. There's a snow globe behind the castle.
All was really missing was the music playing, honestly.
Yeah, or like a little electrical parade or something.
They definitely went all out. I don't even want to know what this cost.
They understood the assignment.
They definitely did. They probably had this book for months. You little decorated some finger boats. And here's our horsey. We should do one of these rides one day.
So glad they're back.
Yes.
Next is our beautiful Epcot.
This tree is celebrating holidays all around the world, so not just Christmas. It has messages in like every language in the World Showcase hidden on the tree, along with like little touches from each. A very pretty tree once the sun goes down.
I do like the fact that they chose the color blue this year to be their main accent color for this tree. I think it pops a little bit more with that, and then lit up with the like blue green color. It's just really, really pretty.
It's really sparkly. Then you have like the angel all the way at the top, and then like if you stand at the right moment, you can see the tree and Spaceship Earth at the same time.
Yeah, it's really, and with Harmonious too, it'll turn out.
I feel like with Harmonious, it's almost in the way because you can't really stand on that main strip and see Harmonious. The tree is so massive.
You can't stand behind the tree, that's for sure. Somewhere around the tree, you're gonna have to go further.
Got like little Japanese touch. It's more of like a traditional tree, but like the little Christmas messages in different languages, or like how you say Happy Holidays in the different languages, is pretty cool, and pretty unique. Very Epcot.
I just wish you could get closer to the tree. It's not one of those ones where you can like get up. It's not like Fort Wilderness. It's more like a Magic Kingdom tree.
Yeah, a little fence around it. Obviously, it's in the middle of a planter. You're not just gonna go diving in. Not that I haven't seen people throw their kids over that railing, but
well, now that I think about it, pretty much every giant park tree
has a fence around
a fence around it. Probably for that very reason. You don't want to like chuck your child in front of the tree.
Maybe I do.
I mean, if you're really that desperate to get pictures, I guess.
We have seen some parents do some wild things with pictures of their children at the park.
That's true. That's very true.
It would not surprise me at all to see a kid like trouncing through like these I don't know what kind of flowers they are, poinsettias at the bottom of the tree. Mm-hmm. Not that I know flowers. I definitely do not.
Yacht Club.
This, to me, is probably one of the most interesting trees to look at next to.
I love it.
Wilderness Lodge. It's like the different boats. They have like pirate ships and schooners and sailboats. There's some like ski boats in there.
I would say this is probably my number 4 favorite tree.
They definitely understood the nautical assignment.
I like it. I love the wreaths. I love all the decorations in this hotel specifically. Just the boats are so cute.
It feels very New Englandy.
Very yacht clubby.
It definitely one of those trees that understood the assignment. Whatever that assignment was. Are you a sailor? Or are you a ski boater? I'm not really sure, but
you
yachts.
Are a yacht person.
I'm not really sure any of these boats is considered a yacht, though.
I guess we need to look up the definition of a yacht, because I think it's just supposed to hold a certain number of people to be considered a yacht.
There has to be a certain length to be a yacht.
I don't remember.
Maybe somebody in our community knows.
Maybe it's one of those things.
I have no clue.
Maybe it's the size that counts on that.
This would be a Princess Adequate tree, because this definitely goes from floor till it hits the ceiling. There's not even a topper on this tree.
I like that Clark Griswold style tree.
They should sell these boats next to the tree.
Yeah, I wish they sold some of these ornaments, but then they wouldn't be as unique.
This is one of the unique features of Yacht Club is the like Christmas holiday village with the train set.
You know how Walt loves his trains. We always have to have some trains around the holidays.
And they definitely represent. And like I don't remember if they were there last year, but they have like billboards for every restaurant in the Yacht Club and Beach Club, like in this train set.
It was there last year, along with a couple of other representations on the other side. You have a whole Frozen scene and Mickey and Minnie scene.
You have like a caroler scene in the middle with like a tree and a little town square.
It's pretty.
Train envy. Major train envy.
Beach Club.
This tree could be more interesting.
This was actually the DVC building tree. We went in through the DVC building, so we got some extra trees.
It's like...
I think it's cute.
It's like ocean light.
Well, I mean, for not being the main tree, I think it's pretty on theme.
The Beach Club is the most confusing place to me for Christmas trees. So there's like coral in this tree and some like fake flowers and I guess it's supposed to be like some sort of like ocean lily and that ties into like the reefs and everything.
Yeah.
But
starfish and stuff.
I'm feeling more ocean than beach. And then like in this little coffee room away from the DVC building, it's a Santa tree.
I like the whole Santa vibe. This whole entire room is just filled with Santas and it reminds me of my grandparents. I love it.
I mean, I like the tree. It just thematically it seems kind of confused.
I don't know what the correlation is between Santa and the Beach Club. I think that's like a northeastern thing.
And it's just this one room. You won't find these trees anywhere else in the hotel. It's just a single room.
Just the one Santa room. And then this is the actual main tree of the hotel.
It's just not my favorite. Luckily, it makes up for the fact that it has the biggest carousel, gingerbread carousel on property.
The only gingerbread carousel on property. But I still think that the decoration for this tree is very beautiful. It's very on point. It's elegant for what it is. It accents the carousel very nicely.
I think this year it does. I wouldn't say last year.
That's That's because last year the theme was Peter Pan. This year the theme is the Little Mermaid.
So you have all the characters, little nods on there. You got signatures from everybody that helped work on the carousel. You have the ingredients there.
I love that the naughty list is just Flotsam, Jetsam, and Ursula. And then, like, the nice list is actually all of the cooks and bakers that helped to create this
I don't
carousel.
know. I feel like Ariel belongs on the naughty list.
Why?
She listen to her father. You sold your voice for some legs to go meet a man.
Because her father wouldn't help her out. If her father just supported her from the at the first place, then
Going to try to
that never would've
marry a
happened.
man you barely met?
He could have given her a trial run, just like Ursula did.
Here's some
But
trial
not take
feet
the
and
legs.
not take her voice.
Yeah. Here, why don't you go discover yourself, daughter? Come back when you're ready. Like a good, non-controlling
With
parent.
some human with his legs and his ships and stuff.
Anyway, we're going down to the boardwalk.
On the boardwalk.
We'll be having some fun.
On the boardwalk. Boardwalk. Yeah, under construction, the area behind this tree this year, so it's like there's still a lot of room on that little grassy area, a little astroturf, but you don't have like the chairs, the little sitting area that you had
Yeah,
before.
that's unfortunate.
So you can't. It's not as relaxing as it was before, but it's still a good area if you want to sit on the grass, have some picnic or snacks, grab like a pizza from the boardwalk, and come over and chill.
There's still chairs up on the upstairs area, so if you walk up the stairs, you can sit outside and look at it. You just can't go underneath that patio area and sit like you used to.
You're basically still looking at like one of the top half of the tree because you have the construction wall in the way.
Yeah. But the tree hasn't changed.
No.
It looks exactly the same.
Exactly the same. Nothing's changed. Same ornaments, same little like choo-choo trains hidden in it, same like revolving light show. It's okay. It's a tree.
It's definitely a tree, and it does embody what it means to be at the boardwalk.
It's probably my least favorite tree on the boardwalk area.
Really?
Yes.
I kind of like these indoor ones a little bit more because I like those like funky little candy cane thingies hanging out of it.
I agree. This definitely felt more like that old rustic feel, similar to like what the carousel bar does at the pool. So it feels like it all ties together.
I agree. And the little popcorn balls and stuff. Like, hello, classic.
Now, in years past, there was actually a gingerbread recreation of the boardwalk here, but they don't have that this year.
Which we do have in a previous video.
We do.
Check out the description box.
Definitely go see that. But that was very missed this year. That gingerbreads hidden around property are always so beautiful.
But this hotel, I feel like no matter when you go, the lobby always smells good. Like really, well, most of the Disney hotel lobbies smell good, but this one tends to smell a little more on the gingerbread side, and that is definitely still true this holiday season.
Somebody hidden a gingerbread candle somewhere.
Definitely.
Little nutcrackers in there. You still have like the little miniature. This is always here.
Yeah, this
The
is like
little
all
miniature,
year thing.
like little fair fireplace decorated. It's creepy chairs that are next to it.
And then we go to Hollywood Studios.
Hollywood definitely does decorations well. I think almost better than Magic Kingdom. in some
We always
places.
love having the ornaments in the water. I think it's so beautiful.
It's definitely like a scene. You're not getting anywhere close to this tree, obviously, but you have this, and then Gertie's over there with her hat on.
And the hat has a 50th symbol on it this year.
Yep.
Super cute.
Plenty of picture taking opportunities since it takes that whole little lake.
And it's beautiful at night and during the day. I think it's a little extra special at night, though.
That little touch of a Hollywood style. Little lights hidden in the bushes, so you get a full scene all the way around.
I think it's very 1950s, I feel.
It feels definitely golden age of Hollywood.
Yeah. I kind of wish the tree was a little bit bigger, but beggars can't be choosers. I would love the tree to be like half the size of Tower of Terror.
That might be a bit much. But, I mean, on the flip side, you do get the holiday show on Hollywood Boulevard.
Yep.
Sort of like tying together. You have like the stars and the neon lights sort of match, and then you have decorations in the stores, and at the very end of the street, the Hollywood Tower Hotel lit up Christmas style.
And then they do Snope over here too. We just didn't come on a day when they were doing the Snope. Those are subject to change type of things. They're not guaranteed to be happening every time that you go.
Depending on the weather and some other factors, but if you can definitely catch it with the Snope, it's a good thing.
And then another one that's kind of themed towards that Hollywood motif is Pop Century. It's a very classic tree as well.
You get that Art Deco sort of tree style, like the traditional bulbs and the
Gingerbreads and the Coca-Cola Santas.
the tin ornaments.
But, oh yeah, and then the records. I thought I saw a Nutcracker in here too,
The
maybe.
Coca-Cola Santa.
I do think it's cute that the Coca-Cola is represented here in this tree, considering how integral it is in the U.S. American history.
Silly Coke. And there's a Nutcracker.
There's the Nutcracker. I knew
Little
it.
drummers. But it's definitely, I think, for a Valley Resort, probably the biggest tree. Now, the Art of Animation tree this year broke our little hearts.
And you know, I was actually going through my photos, and it looks like it's actually been this small the last year or two.
Really? It looked bigger last time, I feel.
Last time we came, it wasn't this big. It wasn't that big, and I don't really remember when it changed, but it does seem to be half the size as it was before, and it didn't used to have those paint things in it, like the ink paint things.
I feel like they need to rotate out this animation some. Like, you had the same animation for this tree. You've had so many more movies since then, and like,
Yeah.
they never change. And most of it is like Nemo,
Themed to the
Simba,
hotel.
and Little Mermaid.
Themed to the hotel.
Caribbean Beach, one of our favorite hotels to actually eat at. Maybe not stay. I feel also needs a much bigger tree. It definitely has the room outside, but inside, yeah, you get some Caribbean themes, I'm not gonna lie, but it just feels like an afterthought in your lobby.
I think that it fits in the lobby. The trees are a little on the small side, but they fit like where they are positioned. There used to be more trees in the lobby. There's like probably about half of the number that were there last year. I do agree. I think that it would be cool if they had like a giant tree outside, or maybe like one in the lagoon or something.
It should be on the island. The little
Yeah,
island.
that would be awesome.
Stick it right there. Put a photo camera out there and just go to town.
I do wish that there was more pineapples in this tree, or in all the trees, because that is what Caribbean has. It's just pineapples everywhere.
You know, this unique little tree in the shop.
Riviera has not changed either.
Nope. This tree is also super small. It feels very French.
Super fancy.
French slash, what is it? French slash Spanish Riviera?
No, it's Italy. It's Italian.
Italian and French.
Yes.
It's abstract Christmas, I would say. These big, like, half dome bulbs and the all white lights.
I don't understand the giant traffic light in it.
Yeah.
That's the one that throws me. The rest of it, I understand, like the elegance of France, and it's very Frenchy, but I just don't understand the light.
Maybe it
thing.
needs croissants.
No, maybe a brioche or 2 or 5.
That was kind of a joke, but it works. Animal Kingdom. This tree is massive, but I feel like it needs more girth.
It hasn't changed really either.
No, it hasn't.
But I do love the type of ornaments that they use. It kind of it's a good way to segue you into going to Animal Kingdom Lodge to go look at their stuff. I love all the animal representation, and then you have like all the animals that we love from all of the different Disney movies that we love. Not just The Lion King, but like Winnie the Pooh and everything you could possibly think of.
This is one tree I actually feel looks better in the daylight. Because of some of the like color combos that are in this tree, a lot of it kind of fades into each other at night with the lights. So you
true.
miss out on a lot of the detail in this tree if you see it at night. It's
Yeah.
pretty, but I think it looks better in the daytime.
You can't really see all of the animals as clearly at night as you can during the day, just because of they're like earthy, like not lit up type ornaments.
Tans and browns.
Yeah, and
it's
then
not
you have
very
the
well
lights.
lit. The lights are like
They
there,
drowned out the ornaments.
but the sort of like orange light just doesn't do it any favors. Then you have like all the Disney characters at the bottom of the tree hidden, which
I like.
definitely
I wish they did a little bit more with the Tree of Life.
they do.
And maybe put like a bunch of little trees around it or something. You've got a lot of water that you could put some trees in. Jambo House is my favorite tree of all of the trees at Disney World.
This is the big daddy of hotel trees. This is how it's done.
I think that as far as the largest trees go for hotels, this one is probably the same exact size as the one at Wilderness Lodge.
I think it was probably a little bit shorter because Wilderness Lodge is taller than the Animal Kingdom Lodge.
I don't know. They seem very, very samey, even with their light placements and everything. Just to me, it seems very samey.
But this, and then you have like, if you get like one of the upper floors, this is the bridge that runs behind it that you can watch the tree from, and there's that big glass. You can see this huge tree from outside.
Yep, or the animals if it's daytime.
Yep. And then you can get right up close to this tree, like almost like fall into it. There's so much stuff packed in this tree. A lot of African-inspired designs, like looks like handcrafted, like elephants and animals, like hidden in the tree.
Instruments and stuff.
And it definitely a centerpiece of the lobby with chairs everywhere. So if you want to relax next to this tree, you definitely can.
I would very easily go to like the Mara, grab some food to go, and then sit in the lobby and just look at all the details in this tree. You could really just spend hours here.
Yes. And then like if you come on the right night during the lobby, you may catch the carving artisan over next to one of the smaller trees, carving out little like I don't know if they sell those or not, but
They
he
do.
sits there all night and just carves things. The kids love it. They eat it up every night.
Yep. They sell it here at Animal Kingdom Lodge and at Epcot and at Animal Kingdom.
If you get trees flanking the entrance, like they definitely do trees. Definitely feels like a African inspired tree. Here's a little wood carver guy doing things old school.
Yeah, with a cool tree.
I have that shirt.
And then Kidani is kind of like, okay, well, we just had this huge tree, but let's just put us. I mean, I understand the lobby's not as big, but this is a small tree.
Tiny.
But I love the huts. Like, the ornaments in this one is just as cool, if not cooler, than Jambo.
Yep. And then this is my favorite tree, but then they also have like little like straw Santas and like little dolls hidden in the tree. This and all the other trees in the resort, you have like these little huts and like the
Hidden
ribbons.
Mickeys.
This definitely is a tree packed with like. I'd like to hear the story of how this tree is made.
Yeah, if they did like one of those VIP tours where you could like go get a cast member to take you to all the trees and like teach you about the process of each one, we would probably be all over that.
I don't doubt that. We would definitely go. We have good little bowls and bows, and here's little like hidden Mickeys and the gourds, and
I love this tree so much.
one of the best styled trees on property. And like it is packed to the brim. And if you come up this tree and there's a line, go around the backside. There's room on the backside, and
Yeah.
nobody ever goes back there.
It's true.
Very easy to get a picture, and you don't have to worry about getting the reflection in the window. And then if you even visit some of the like lounges, they have some beautiful trees too, which tie back to the central tree. They're not as packed with stuff, but they're still really, really pretty trees.
I love every little tree, every little detail that they put into everything at this hotel. I love Animal Kingdom Lodge so freaking much.
We were lucky enough to get to stay in this tree twice, or
Stay in
hotel.
the tree.
Well, not Jambo anyway. Twice in the last year, thanks to the community, and we loved it. All-star music hiding a little menorah in here. I like that they're like got a little representation for different holidays, and then this tree, which I feel changed a little bit.
I don't really think it's changed that much. If anything, it's just has less decorations on it.
Maybe it's the color this year. Maybe the color changed.
The color's still the same too. What's missing is All Star Sports.
Yes, because the one resort on the Disney property that's still not open yet. Hopefully getting some renovations, some retouches, because these lobbies are partially under construction now after they reopen.
I think it's a missed opportunity to not make this a soul tree of some sort.
You want it to be all soul?
At least, put some of that soul on it, the music notes and everything. Why not? It fits.
I guess you could dive a little bit more into that and give it something, but I mean, general music, the notes, it's a pretty tree.
It's pretty.
The splash of color, the silver and gold. Silver and gold, silver and gold.
I love how they have all the instruments, like each reef is unique.
Then we have All Star Sports. Looking...
Movies. All-Star Movies is very classic style.
More Hollywood style. The gold and everything else. Probably more Hollywood looking than Hollywood Studios tree.
It would have been cool if it was more silver, but I like the gold.
That whole golden age of Hollywood thing again.
Yeah. Although you could have had, some famous movie pieces like that Disney Plus tree at Disney Springs. You could have put pieces of classic film in here.
I mean, you got film canisters in here. And it's, one of the roof scraping trees the princess likes.
I do like the canisters. It looks cool with the stars. Very all-starry.
It's definitely filled. See, film strips. Film strips. Leader, but film strips.
Yeah, it's still, though.
You want a more personal touch.
Yeah, I definitely do. Coronado. This hotel has changed quite a bit. There used to be a super giant tree here, and we do have video of it. If you look at our past videos in the description box, people, check out the description box.
Yeah, this used to be the lobby, so it used to be a lot more decorated than it was. Now it's a lot more chill and subdued. Destino Tower is really the main place if you want like huge, massive Christmas trees, but they haven't forgotten about this area. It's just not as packed as it was before.
This room in general, the lobby area of the original Coronado building, has gone through so many different transformations. Right now, this is where it's at. It's got a lot of little small trees around here, which isn't so bad because you can just do a short little walk over to the tower and enjoy way more trees than you find here in this lobby.
But definitely, you get that same sort of Coronado feeling and all the ornaments, and like this whole area just transitions like one tree at a time until you get to the big tree.
Now this is my number 3 favorite tree on Disney property. I think I just love the giant trees. They're just so gorgeous.
I like this tree, but it's probably not even in my top 3. It's missing something in my mind.
For me, I think it's the placement and the art pieces around it really frames it up nicely. And I feel like this is something really elegant that you would find in Mexico.
I feel like its art style, while it matches, it's as confusing as the rest of the lobby, Destino Tower.
I don't think the lobby is confusing at all. I think it's very elegant.
It's very Salvador Dali style.
Exactly, elegant.
If that's your idea of
Elegant
elegance,
Dahlia.
it just doesn't fit, it doesn't vibe with me. I don't get vibes. I don't get holiday vibes from this tree. More like art installation style tree.
Maybe that's why I like it so much, because I like the artsy. But it's so beautiful.
It's definitely very imposing. I hate that the chandelier is in the way every year. You can't get a center shot from upstairs because the chandelier is in the way.
Yeah, but if you go outside and you look at it, it would frame up really nicely.
You do if you can get through the reflections. Yes, it's a very pretty tree from outside. You have the whole grass area outside, just sort of like the siesta area with benches and whatnot. Get your drink, go outside, chill.
And then you got all the little trees around it too to kind of like help accent it. And I love that they have all the menorahs everywhere too.
I found like one hidden in almost every hotel, or tried to find one hidden in every hotel this year.
Old Key West was probably the most surprising hotel for us.
It used to have like these really weird like fish and mermaid ornaments. That tree is completely gone this year. But like you have these trees in the lobby.
So they redid the entire lobby.
Right.
So
It's a beautiful lobby.
It's very beautiful. It's very elegant now. But these trees are so tiny. And you know what? I think this is the same like corally things from the beach club.
Right. But then the tree now doesn't match the wreaths outside. The wreaths outside match the old tree.
Yeah, all the decor outside of this lobby is the old lobby. So this is like from last year and the years before, which would match the original tree, not the new trees.
So they kind of clash.
They do clash. It's kind of sad. You couldn't have put like a buoy or a couple of those crazy fish. Like, you know, Disney has all those ornaments in a box somewhere. They could have just thrown a couple of in there to tie it all together.
Yeah, I think Old Key West needs like a whole. Like, they've done the lobby. They need to renovate the whole rest of like that area now.
Yeah, I agree. It needs a lot of help.
Saratoga Springs Resort.
Saratoga.
Saratoga?
Saratoga.
Sarasota?
Saratoga.
Okay. It's the horse hotel.
The horse hotel used to have a giant tree that we actually really loved, and it had these cool like jockey ornaments in it before, but
More of them and bigger than this tree.
that is now gone.
Yeah. This is another hotel that recently got a redo of its whole lobby. It's a beautiful lobby. You definitely see a lot more Disney represented in the lobby, but the trees have not followed suit.
No, this one is one that they had last year. It's like in the little kids corner, but then the rest of the trees aren't so much like this. This is the new tree, and it's super tiny.
I mean, they kept the like horse racing cup in there, but that's about it.
There used to be like one of those flowery wreaths they used to put over the horses when they won. They used to have one of those in the tree, plus these champion cups and stuff.
Now it's just kind of...
Now it's kind of boring. It's more like, I guess, high-end elegant.
That has been Christmas trees around Walt Disney World.
We hope that you guys had a wonderful holiday, and we hope that you enjoyed every single tree that we went around property to explore. We appreciate you.
It's a gift from the Princess and the Bear family to yours. Thank you for all your support, watching the channel. Even those out of you watching right now that aren't subscribed, we love you too.
We would appreciate if you subscribe, but we still love you for watching us and not subscribing.
I hope you have a happy holidays, whatever you celebrate. If there's anything else you'd like to see us do, of course, the comments is always going to be a place to find us. Hit the notification bell if you want to see other videos like this, and
We have new videos 5 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday.
we will see you soon.
Be sure to subscribe
You heard the girl.
and like this video. And if you don't comment, well, you know, you're still going to have a happy holidays. So, happy holidays.
Don't listen to her. You're getting a lump of coal from me.
Happy holidays.
You heard the girl.